on my kid. One girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a ball back, yeah, get ball back, yeah, get back, ball back. Ball back, yeah, get back.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run here with Blake Coro. And our first play of the game is going to net them a single yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Rams have the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 65 there.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. It's his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. And it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
He's going to throw it again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. The XP is up and good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ready to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Stretch the Eagles!
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hits him on the out route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. And that's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. They give on second to Benson. Still going inside the 35. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals finish off their opening drive. Trey Benson, the touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals start off well, tie things 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Hill now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now!
They'll come out throwing. Dumped off to his running back. That's good room at the 35. And he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Handoff on second and short. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Short pass brought in. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Fourth down, pass coming. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. What a play to beat this defense on fourth down. 23 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score. There's the hook up again to Njoku. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a second quarter lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He just put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, set.
And off to Benson to start the drive. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Okay, ready?
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Ready, go!
They're going play action. Buying some time right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's go! Cougar 19! Dragon 60!
To the air on third and long. Escapes the pocket. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Fourth down. Here comes Kai Kroger to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. This work begins at the 31. And big hit on the return to stop him cold.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. They'll start on the ground. Corum. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball secure.
While the new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So following the fumble and the recovery, here comes second and short. Pass play now. Setting up the screen here for Corum. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback, but on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Rams, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Throwing off the play fake. Right back to Hill. This is caught. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Putting a receiver in motion. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So it's going to be third and short coming up.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Chased out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. The Rams are set to punt. It's fielded at the 14. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. 79 Broncos.
They'll throw to begin this drive. This is a heater going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10.
Viking 18.
Back now, pressure coming. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Trap 60. Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Throw here, third down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play.
There's a big part of me that even through all these interceptions this year appreciates the gunslinging nature of this rookie quarterback. But the other side of me knows that when you get a narrative written about you and you become turnover prone, that can be a really tough narrative to change.
First down, play action. He rolls to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory. But that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They kick the running back in motion. Third and long for him here. Toward Wilson, but it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
Here we go, check. Ready.
Now an inside give to Benson. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
So it's going to be second and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from State Farm Stadium after this. Offense to line. This is second and 4.
Ready. Go.
Staying on the ground with Benson. And he'll go down and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
19 Lions. Ready. 70 Timberwolf. Cup 19. Cup 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Rolling from the gun here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Let's go.
Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60.
They are throwing it again. Into the hands of Harrison. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Get it. 70 Lions. Ready.
Set up the screen here for Harrison. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. The line is going to run for it. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's fourth down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room. Just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
On fourth down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Down. Bronco 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
They'll throw for it. He's got it to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Panther 60. Here we go. Set. Go.
Looking to throw here. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's third down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
So before third down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
And off to Benson from the gun. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, siphoning up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future. Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. He manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. Offensive line fast.
Second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Kua's got it again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from the 32. They put a receiver in motion right. They go play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're going to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw. And he'll just throw it away and send us, Brock, into the break. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Harrison Beavis to kick off.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready, set.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. First and 10. Third quarter underway. Here's Benson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This offense has now left some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
79 Broncos. Get it. Bronco 80. Warriors 70. 19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70.
Throwing from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
Like Cowboy 80.
To throw here on first down. Forced out to his right. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over it. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. If you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
60 Bobcats.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Got for big yards on the right side. Well, this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Turning to Benson on third. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
Fourth down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They're lining up to go for this. Oh, with a chance to run here. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. In that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the first down, and live to play another day.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Let's go now. Just ready.
Benson now from the gun. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Let's go.
To the left side, reeled in by Wilson. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
And the point after is good by Schmidt. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And Rams have the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down from the 42. I'll throw it. That's caught by the rookie from Texas A&M. He has this down to the 34. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. Throwing it again here. Finds a man right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone. But what a nice first and goal here from the 2.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Rams grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
Mevis ready to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Ready? Ready.
Benson on 1st and 10. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the fourth trailing. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
19 Cardinals, 19 Lock Warriors, 70.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Dragons, Panther 60, Panther 60.
The play clock reaches 5 seconds, and we're going to get a timeout here. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Deputy! Cougar 19! 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers! 19 tight, 19 tight! Trap 60, trap 60! 18, Pioneer!
Setting up to throw. Oh, he lost the football! And it looks like that'll be Rams football. And they get to him and tackle him on the return, but will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. First and 10 now from the 46. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He beams one deep right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Complete out to the right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run here on 1st down. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one complete to Njoku. And the stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go.
We go with a design keeper. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Go! Ready.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Looking in the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Dumped off to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's far enough, but does not get the redirect off the upright. It's no good. And their lead will remain unchanged in the fourth.
Obviously, Kate, that miss would have made it a touchdown game. Think of it this way, it's still a touchdown game, but instead of it forcing overtime, now it's going to give them a loss.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. The right side, caught by Wilson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A pickup of 17. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Maverick, Dragon 60.
They look to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Here we go, start. 7 Pirates, Viking 18.
He's going to throw this one. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions.
You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Panther 11, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Rams make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock. They decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Here's Corum to begin the drive. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
He's back to throw. This finds its target. That's Hill. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 and a first down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road.